Join me as I take up the challenge of making the most delicious lamb lasagna roll-ups from scratch. Traditional lasagnas can be messy and hard to serve, so today we are going to be making a more manageable, fun, and delicious version. Who doesn't love lasagna? But sometimes it's a hassle to deal with. We want something that is easy to grab and go without sacrificing any of that amazing flavor. And if it's your first time here, welcome to the Potspoon kitchen. When making any lasagna, you first need to start off with your noodles or your meat. So we're going to start off with our noodles. We have our water boiling, and I'm going to season the water with about 2 teaspoons of salt. And I'm adding 14 lasagna noodles, just in case 2 or 3 breaks. I still have backup, so I'll just put about 15. And I'm not sure as yet how long I will boil these, but after I boil them, I will tell you how long they've been boiled for. Give it a gentle mix. And I'm not adding any oil to this because oil prevents the sauces from sticking to pasta. After they have been boiled, we're going to drain off the hot water and add cold water to prevent it from sticking and to stop the cooking process. Our lasagna pasta is done, and I got a beautiful texture that I like and I enjoy. You can boil it to whatever texture that you like. This texture took me 20 minutes to get to this point. Let's cook our ground lamb. And over a nice hot pan, I'm adding 1 tablespoon of oil, not more than 1 tablespoon. To this I am adding 6 cloves of chopped garlic because I love a lot of garlic in lasagna and lasagna roll-ups. Once they begin to slightly caramelize, we're going to add half cup of chopped onion, and we're going to build on the flavors as we go along. Because we are using lamb, and lamb has a gamey taste, I am adding 1 tablespoon of my Caribbean green seasoning. This seasoning is on my channel and you can check out the recipe for that. And we're not going to waste any time. We're adding 454 grams of ground lamb. You want to season lamb very well, because lamb has a gamey taste, a very distinct taste, and you don't want that in your lasagna. You want the taste of lamb, but not the raw lamb. So you're going to get a beautiful flavor going there. Let's allow our lamb to brown and to cook through. Once it becomes brown just like this, you want to add 1 bay leaf into it. And I'm using 1 Caribbean bay leaf. Whatever bay leaf you have on hand, you can just use it. Half teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of dried chili flakes, half teaspoon of black pepper, and this is smelling absolutely delicious. It smells so good that I just want to eat it just like this, but not just yet. I'm going to use this time to break up the meat so that it distributes evenly among the roll-ups. And I'm adding 2 cups of thick and zesty pasta sauce. Season this with 1 teaspoon of salt, or you can season it with salt to taste, but I'm starting off with 1 teaspoon of salt. I want it to be on the thicker side so that it holds on the lasagna roll-ups. After I've placed the meat in the roll-ups, whatever I have remaining, I will add some more sauce to it to stretch it out to create some moisture in the roll-ups. This is where you want to taste for salt. I'm adding another 1 teaspoon, so that's 2 teaspoons. And I'm adding half teaspoon of sugar to balance. We have our meat and we have our noodles, so now we're going to do our ricotta filling. Some persons don't like ricotta filling or ricotta cheese at that. You can omit that from the recipe. So I'm using 1 tub of ricotta cheese, and this is 475 grams. And we're going to season the ricotta cheese because the ricotta cheese has no taste to it. I am adding 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, granulated garlic. 1 egg as a binding agent. We're going to add 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese to this. I have 1/2 cup of chopped parsley, but I'm going to leave just a little bit for garnish. So for the most part, I'm going to use most of it. I am going to add about 1/2 teaspoon of salt, just to season our ricotta. And we're going to mix this up. And this is going to make a beautiful filling for our lamb lasagna roll-ups. Finally, I like to add 1/2 cup of cheddar cheese. You can use any cheese of your choice. And we're just going to fold it in. This is also going to help with the binding. So we're going to set this aside and let's assemble our lamb lasagna roll-ups. Before we begin the assemble, you can find plantain lasagna, which is a Puerto Rican pastelon, on this channel, along with our classic lasagna. Doesn't this look scrumptious? And I will leave the recipe in the description box and all the links to it. You want to assemble them on a tray or on a flat surface. And to save time, you want to do them multiple at a time instead of doing them one at a time. So I'm going to do 4 at a time, because that's what my tray can hold. Add some of the optional cheese mixture in each one. You want to make sure that you are saving some for the rest of the roll-ups. I'm going to spread each one down. Just be kind and be generous about it. Let's add some meat to our roll-ups. I'm not going to go too crazy on the meat in each one, just to make sure that we have meat in each. And get some chunks in there as well. Let's go in with some cheddar or your favorite cheese. You can use mozzarella. A cheese that goes really well with this is a smoked cheese. You can use a smoked Gouda, and that goes really good as well. I'm just going to add a little bit of cheese, not too much. And we're going to roll each one nice and tight. I'm not using any gloves for this because this is for my home. And if you're going to serve this at an event or for guests, you would want to use gloves to do this. You want to place some sauce at the bottom. You can use the pasta sauce by itself, or you can use meat sauce if you have enough. And you want to layer them into the pan. compress them. And it looks as if I'm only going to be able to put 9. I'm going to be able to put the others in another dish. So I'm just going to separate it. I'm going to fill between the gaps with some more pasta sauce. And we're going to add some on top as well before we add our meat. Let's add some meat on top each. Roll up. I'm going to layer them with some cheese on top. A little bit of parsley. I'm going to bake this at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 25 minutes to give it a good meltdown, and then I'm going to put it under my broiler for about 3 minutes to let it get a nice golden brown. After 25 minutes in the oven, I didn't want to broil it any longer. It was too beautiful to spoil. The end result is a dish that is both familiar and new, comforting and exciting. I'm going to garnish this with a little bit more Parmesan and some more fresh parsley. And now we can dig in. If you enjoyed making this recipe with me, give the video a thumbs up or subscribe. Help me to grow my YouTube channel by sharing. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend, and see you in another one of my recipes.